When Nigeria achieved independence from British colonial rule on October 1st, 1960, the hopes and aspirations for a great future for the new country were high. However, successive leaders continue to dash the hopes of the people, and the country remains arguably an unfulfilled promise to this day. For the entire 64 years of our independence, Nigeria has had about 16 presidents and 1 prime minister. These leaders come from different ethnic divides in the country and have brought different leadership styles to bear. In this edition of Hispu Media, I will examine the ethnic origin of every Nigerian president from the time of independence to this day. Welcome to this edition of Hispu Media. Gabriel here. We begin with Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, the first and only Prime Minister of Nigeria. Many Nigerians, particularly in the southern part of the country, have conclusively presumed that Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa is of Hausa Fulani ethnic identity. But the former Prime Minister was neither ethnically Hausa nor Fulani. Balewa came from a small ethnic minority group called the Jere, whom the Hausa people refer to as Bajere or Bajeri and Jerewa. Jere is not mutually intelligible with Hausa or Fulfudi. It is a wholly separate ethnic group that traces distant roots to what is now Chad. Jere is an Afro-Asiatic language spoken in Nigeria. Most communities that spoke this language before are shifting to the Hausa language. They refer to themselves as Fiandu Jere. Initially, there were at least 30 villages traced to the Jere ethnic groups. However, many Jere villages no longer speak the language. A 2018 survey suggests that there are only 4 villages where the language is being passed on to children. The Jere are even said to be closely related to the Balewa, a minority language spoken mostly in Fika Emirate in Yobe State and living to the west of them. But guys, this is the best time for you to take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Hispu Media. It will go a long way to support our effort. Thank you. At number 2 is Nnamdi Azikiwe. Even though Nnamdi Azikiwe had no executive powers of a president as seen in today's democracy, it is only fair that we include him in the list. Azikiwe was born on November 16, 1904 to Igbo parents in Zongeru in northern Nigeria, where his father worked as a clerk in the Nigerian regiment. He was fluent in the languages of the 3 major ethnic groups of Nigeria, namely the Hausa, the Fulani, and the Yoruba. However, his parents were from Onitsha in present-day Anambra State, and his ethnic origin is therefore Igbo. At number 3 is Major General Johnson Thomas Aguiyi-Ironsi. The ethnic identity of Major General Johnson Thomas Aguiyi-Ironsi has never been a subject of any dispute. Ironsi, the first Nigerian military head of state who became supreme commander after Tafawa Balewa was assassinated in a coup, was Igbo from Umuahia in what is now Abia State. Aguiyi-Ironsi and his fellow Igbos speak the Igbo language, which is part of the Niger-Congo language family. The regional dialects are somewhat mutually intelligible among the larger Igbo cluster. At number 4 is General Yakubu Gowon. General Yakubu Gowon was raised in Wusasa, a town located near Zaria in present-day Kaduna State. At that time, the town was home to many Fulani Christians. Despite his place of birth, his parents were Angas, also called Ngas, from what is now Plateau State. Local folklore suggests that Anga people migrated from Borno through villages before settling on the highlands of Plateau State. In the course of migration, the group splintered into subgroups that settled in Pangshin, Ampa, and Kabua districts. Angas is an Afro-Asiatic language like Hausa, but it is mutually unintelligible with Hausa. Recent sources suggest that there are about 724,000 Ngas in Nigeria today. Another surprising fact about Nigeria's language family classification is that Hausa, the most prominent member of the Afro-Asiatic family in Nigeria, shares the same ancestors with the Angas of Plateau State. In fact, just like Hausa, Angas belong to the Chadic subfamily of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Yet, the two ethnic groups, Hausa and the Angas, are much more culturally different. At number 5 is General Murtala Muhammed. General Murtala Muhammed's paternal identity is a subject of long-standing speculation. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi once wrote that Murtala Muhammed was Fulani. A few other people from Kano State are of the same opinion. But several others have claimed that it was Murtala Muhammed's mother that was Fulani from Kano. His paternal identity has recently been shrouded in controversy. But the most credible clue to his paternal identity is the assertion that his father was from northern Edo State. According to a recent report on Vanguard titled Remembering Murtala Muhammed, one Mr. Austin Bremo, who claimed to be Murtala Muhammed's first cousin, wrote, quote, General Murtala Muhammed's father, Malam Dako Muhammad, was an indigent of Igbe village in Auchi Kingdom of Isako West local government area of Edo State. But Murtala Muhammed himself was born in Kano to a mother from the Kano royal family. So, no one can deny him of indigenship of Kano. He continued, it is well documented that General Murtala Muhammed made frantic effort to reach out to his paternal relations before his demise. 2 months into his tenure as head of state, he was in Auchi to be conferred with the Otaru of Auchi by Alhaji Garuza Momo. He even invited him to join him to that year's Hajj in Mecca. On his way out of Auchi, he directed that a mosque be erected at Aviele near Auchi in a predominantly Muslim settlement. The mosque was completed after his death and was named after him. Given the number of people with Auchi ancestry who rose to prominence in the Kano society, including the legendary Ishaku Rabiu, this claim may not be far-fetched. At number 6 is General Olusegun Obasanjo. Olusegun Obasanjo was born in the village of Ibogun Olaogun to a farming family of the Owu subgroup of the Yoruba in present-day Ogun State. His Owu origin is therefore well known and well documented. Of course, the Owu sub-ethnicity is a part of the Yoruba people of West Africa. The Owus are mostly concentrated in Agowu in Abeokuta, where they are believed to have settled first in 1820. However, large Owu settlements are found throughout Yoruba land. At number 7 is Alhaji Shehu Shagari. Alhaji Shehu Usman Shagari was born on the 25th of February 1925 in Shagari to a Sunni Muslim Fulani family. The town of Shagari, where Shehu Shagari comes from, was founded by his great-grandfather Ahmadu Rifai. He was raised in a polygamous family and was the 6th child born into the family. Shehu Shagari's Fulani ethnicity is also well known and well documented. Although he also spoke Hausa, he self-identified as Fulani. The Fulani people are an ethnic group that is predominant in the Sahara, the Sahel, and West Africa, and widely dispersed across the region. Meanwhile, a significant proportion of this ethnic group are pastoralists and as arguably the largest nomadic pastoral community in the world. At number 8 is General Muhammadu Buhari. Apart from having a Fulani appearance and accents like Shehu Shagari, Muhammadu Buhari also never missed an opportunity to proclaim his Fulani ethnic identity. In fact, at the age of 18, when he applied to enlist in the Nigerian army, Muhammadu Buhari unnecessarily mentioned his ethnicity. He wrote on October 18, 1961, quote, I have the honor to apply for regular service in the Royal Nigerian Army. My name is Muhammadu Buhari and I am Fulani. At number 9 is General Ibrahim Babangida. General Ibrahim Babangida's ethnic identity is surprisingly a magnet for controversy and speculations. Many have linked its ethnic identity to Gbagi, a group whom the Hausa people called Gwari, Nupe, and even Yoruba from Ogbomoso or Oshogbo. His name Badamosi has been the major reason for the confusion surrounding his ethnic identity. While some have mistaken the name for Yoruba name Badamosi, others mistake it for Gbadamosi. But Ibrahim Babangida told journalists and his biographers at different times that his immediate ancestors were Hausa from Kano who migrated to what is now Niger State. It is therefore rather safe to go with the self-definition of his ethnic identity than what most people have claimed without evidence. At number 10 is Chief Ernest Shonekon. Chief Ernest Shonekon was born on the 9th of May 1936. His father was a civil servant from Abeokuta of the Yoruba tribe, which make him Yoruba. In 1981, Shonekon was crowned the Abese of Igba land. At number 11 is General Sani Abacha. Sani Abacha was a Kanuri from Borno State, but was born and raised in Kano. His prominent Kanuri facial marks were the most visible stamps of his Kanuri ethnic identity. The Kanuri are the 5th largest ethnic group in Nigeria and the dominant ethnic group in Borno State, located in northeastern Nigeria. At number 12 is General Abdulsalami Abubakar. Abdulsalami Abubakar was born to Hausa parents on the 13th of June 1942 in Mina, present-day Niger State. His parents were Abubakar Jibrin and Fachikande Muhammad. Because Mina, where Abdulsalami Abubakar was born, was founded by the Gbagi people, many have also assumed that he is of Gbagi ethnicity. But he told a biographer that he was born to Hausa parents. Since Hausas are not native to Mina, it must mean that, like Ibrahim Babangida, his immediate ancestors came to Mina from other northwestern parts of Nigeria. At number 13 is Umaru Musa YarAdua. The ethnic identity of Umaru Musa YarAdua has been identified in many sources as Fulani. His phenotypic features also give him away as Fulani. However, some other sources trace his immediate paternal ancestors to the Tuaregs, possibly from Mauritania. The Tuaregs are a branch of the Berber cluster in North Africa. Many Tuaregs, whom Hausa people call Buzu, in northern Nigeria tend to be mistaken for Fulani because of the similarities in their physical features. According to Farouk Perogi in his column Note from Atlanta, quote, "I got to know that the YarAdua family are Tuaregs when I lived in Katsina town in the late 1990s. Another prominent Tuareg family in northern Nigeria that people mistake for Fulani is the Baba Ahmed family in Kaduna State," he concluded. At number 14, President Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan is often mistaken for an Ijaw man, but he is not. Jonathan comes from a small ethnic and language group called Ogbia, also sometimes referred to as Ogbinya. However, some sources say the Ogbia people are part of the Ijaw tribe. So, what do you know about the relationship between these two groups? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. According to the 2016 census, the Ogbias numbers a little over 266,000 in the country. The Ogbia people are found mainly in Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State. This ethnic group is linguistically and ethnically unrelated to the Ijaw. While the Ijaws belong to the Atlantic Congo branch of the Niger-Congo language family, Ogbia belongs to the Central Delta subphyla. But historians say the ancestors of the Ogbia people most likely migrated to their present location from present-day Edo State. At number 15 is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the current Nigerian president. He is of the Yoruba ethnic group and a Muslim. He was born reportedly in what is now southwestern Nigeria. So, what is your thought on this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. For more on how every Nigerian president died and their last word, please click the video displayed here, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.